Hello and welcome back to Flipping Motors UK. So today we're going to make a start on a couple of little bits and pieces on the Golf. So what I've got is I've got an oil and filter, which I'll be getting my mechanic to replace. So I'll put them in the boot for him. I've got some fresh number plates. Just a little bit tidy than these older faded ones. I don't really like the red stripe as well. Call me finicky. But we've got a couple of little bits and pieces to do. So obviously we've got this door that doesn't open, but we are going to be there is going to be something done about that, but it won't be by me. I've got too much on at the moment, so I'm going to give that to my mechanic. The car's all unlocked. What we will do is we'll get under the bonnet. We've got these spark plugs to go in, and I've also got a coil pack as well, because that's what it was coming up as a cylinder on a Misfire on cylinder 2. So we'll get that done, fresh set of plates on, and we're going to be cleaning the car as well at some point. I've got also a couple of Allen bolts to get this little cover off. Coil packs are very easy to come out. They just slide out, a bit of persuasion with a screwdriver, and then they do just pop out like so. Make sure you don't get a wiring trapped or anything. And we found a coil pack that is the culprit. And so it's a bit oily down there. Looks a little bit damaged actually. Who knows, might have had spark plugs at some point and been damaged going in. So we will be replacing that. But while I'm at it, I'm going to be replacing all the spark plugs on the car. And while we've been at it, a lady's just pulled up outside to get her wing replaced from the car. Look what she's got. It's another Golf. Apparently she's had it from you as well. I was trying to overhear a little bit more. Might just ask her if she wants a new one. Less mileage. We'll see. Just an MOT check on a lady that has had a Golf from new, and hers is, I think it sounded like a 1.6 petrol. Hers has done 141,000 miles at the last MOT. Should have bought this one. I know we've already got a few people interested in this. So what I've done is when you pop the coil packs out like this, just leave them plugged in so you don't get them all mixed up. Okay. We can see the spark plugs now, so we will be getting all them out, and I have got the new coil pack here to go on, so that one will be getting plugged into cylinder 2. Okay, right, so here are the spark plugs 1 to 4, so they are looking a little bit old and worn, aren't they? You can see they're a bit oily. So what we're going to do is I'm going to see if I can have a little look down the balls, get my torch and make sure there's nothing iffy going on. And I'll get my new spark plugs in, see how it runs. Right, so that's the new spark plugs in now. Just need to put these back into place, like so. I'm not going to put everything back together though until they are. Make sure that's okay. There you go. All the wiring and all the covers and all that until we know that it is running correctly. You are meant to gap spark plugs. Spark plugs do normally come gap now, to be totally honest, but I'd always recommend checking it over with a feeler gauge. Me personally, obviously from experience, I had a look at the gaps and they are all as they should be. I think it's fair to say that's fixed. That is running absolutely lovely. We have still got the engine light on, so make sure that is for the same fault, and if it is, we'll get it cleared. But that sounds absolutely class. Really happy with that. Let's get the light sorted. I'll go fresh set of plates on as well. Just a little play about just to see what happens if you shot a machine polisher on the mirrors. Oh yeah, we have got a bit of lack of peel, but it has come up a bit better, to be fair. So again, as I've mentioned, I'm not going all the way with the bodywork, but I want to have a little play about this rear bumper as well, see what that's like. Right, so we're going to have an honest look underneath the Golf now. You can see it is looking a little bit crusty around the shockers and the rear axle, but everything is solid. Exhaust again, it's going to be a bit corroded, isn't it? It's a 22-year-old car. We have noticed on the rear axle that the bushes are very slightly perished. I know they were advised on the last MOT, but they're not going anywhere. They're solid. The brake pipe's starting a little bit of corrosion. We'll probably try and get them cleaned up if we can. Get them all covered in grease to protect them. If not, I don't mind putting a couple of brake pipes on it just to keep it right for the next owner. all the sills and everything. I know some people were saying to go between the inner and the outer sill, but this one is absolutely immaculate. It's definitely been garage, this car, I'd say. Really, really nice condition on the sills there. There's certainly nothing structurally wrong with it. We did have a little look over the subframe. I think this was advised in the last MOT, but we've had a hammer on it, we've had a bar on it, and there's absolutely, well, it's not going through, put it that way. Although I mean, it obviously does look very bad when you see it like this, but it is just surface rust. It's nice and solid. You've got your bottom arms, your drop links again. They've had a hammer on them, they've had a bar on them. They're not going anywhere, they're absolutely fine. It just shows that they were made to a very high standard, these cars. Underneath, there's no oil leaks at all from the engine. I've got the service kit, obviously, that's going to be fitted on here. But other than that, it's all looking pretty good, to be fair. I think there's still plenty of life left on it. All the tyres look good on the inner and everything as well. I don't think we've got anything to worry about, to be totally honest, but we shall see. I'm just going over with a quick wire brush. I think we're just going to put it in for MOT, see what happens, to be fair. We've had the test to have a quick look at it. There is going to obviously be a couple of advisories for suspension components and the, subframe, and a couple of brake pipes, but I think for the age of it, it's going to hold tight. It's a long way from rotting through. Like I say, we've literally had a hammer on these, and there's no holes. We're nowhere near that stage. So get it in for MOT, get the door opened up, see if it needs a new lock or something, and then we will get a service done as well. There he goes. Thank you, JBM Darlington, for the use of the ramp there. He's going to be doing all the work on it, getting it serviced, getting the door looked at, and I guess he'll do his best on the suspension stuff, see if there is anything that does need doing. But I've been told that it's all okay for now, and it'll last quite a while. But yeah, so if you are looking for a local mechanic to Darlington in the northeast, absolutely fantastic. Never in doubt, Jim will fix it, you could say. But yeah. And he does specialise in the Peugeot 205 GTIs as well. So there's always a couple here, some really nice ones as well. So if you do have one of them, I'd definitely recommend him. I know he's quite well known in the 205 world, but he does a fantastic job and he knows the cars inside out. I think there's about 6 tucked away. I don't want to show you them all, obviously, for security reasons. But yeah, absolutely great, by the way. So thanks very much, Jim. Really do appreciate that. There we are. So that's that for today. I've been moving quite a few cars to the garage. Obviously, the Golf stairs you've just seen. The Kia Soul's here, ready for its service and MOT. What else have we done? We've got the little iGo here. I've got a trader from Cumbria messaging me about that. He's had cars off me before. I have to sometimes knock a bit off them to get them gone, but he can generally get a little bit more for the cars because it's a bit more remote. And I think it's one of them, like, you go to a lot of rural areas. I know it's the same in like North Yorkshire. They like to stick to the local area and buy cars from local people. Sometimes, yeah, they'll quite happily come through here. There's nothing wrong with the car, but if I can get it out to him and move it on, get something fresh, I might do just that. I do need to start working through this pile of bits as well and get that all sorted, as well as a little BMW that's sat there in the corner not really doing anything. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. We've got quite far in the Golf today, I think. I know he's doing the oil and all that. He just needs to get that passenger's door sorted. I think a few subscribers on the last video mentioned it was likely a door lock. I think you're probably right, to be honest, but we need to get that open and get a new one fitted, and then I'll probably do another video when it's back showing you how we clean it all up and get it absolutely spot on. I do think I'm going to have to end up painting the rear bumper, or getting the rear bumper painted on the Golf more so, get it all polished up first so, and make sure it's going to be right for paint, because I do want it matching as much as possible, especially with it being red. If you are new to the channel, please do me a favour, hit that like and subscribe button. It's the only way we're going to be getting more content as well. I do appreciate the support I've been getting. I do like getting back to you all in the comments as well. Or likewise, if you want to message me on my Facebook or Instagram page, it is LCCS Trade Cars Darlington. Okay, thanks again for watching again. I'll be more than happy to give you some more updates in a further video. See how we get on with the... what did we drop off here? Oh, the Astra as well. I think the rocker cover's coming for that tomorrow, so hopefully that should be sorted as well. Thanks very much, guys. Have a lovely day. Take care now. Bye-bye.